We are back in our very comfortable chairs, and this time I found actually a Kozmo player, and we have been looking for those a couple of times. Some guys told me only somebody who wants to have a lot of fun and not that much success is going to play Cosmos this weekend. And we got a player here who's known for that because he's never had any success in this game, Peter Gross from Austria.
Hi.
Hey, I'm of course kidding. He's the most successful European YCS player. He's won 3 of them, but he kind of stopped playing is what you told me?
Yeah.
I've heard that like 3 times from you already.
Yeah, but I just come back and again. But this time I want to have fun.
Okay.
So I play Cosmos.
Okay. Okay, what are we looking at? This is a new deck. If you've never seen Kozmo before, we're going to have a rough breakdown of what the deck is doing for you. And we tried to keep it simple and short and just had a couple of cards instead of the full deck. And so can you run us through it? What are the key cards in the deck?
Okay, the key card is Cosmo Farm Girl, and because she's so good, you also play the teleporter to get her as soon as possible.
Okay.
Whenever she deals damage, you can add any Cosmo card from your deck to their hand.
All right, so she's the search card of the deck.
And also you can banish her to special summon a bigger Cosmo monster from your hand. So you do a little damage.
Very versatile card.
And then you get one of the bigger guys to your hand, and then you can instantly special summon it and
deal more
keep
damage.
Attacking. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Okay.
Goodwitch is like it's a filler card at the moment because we only have 5 Cosmo cards so far.
Right.
So you have to play her. She can also be banished to special summon a bigger monster from the hand, and her effect is to you can pay 500 to set the monster, like Book of Moon.
Right.
And
But you mentioned, which is important to point out, you cannot search for her with emergency teleport because she's got 4 stars.
Yeah.
Something we should mention in case you're like, oh, but she's also very versatile. Not as good as the farm girl. Okay. And this is like the most important card, I guess?
yeah, it's one of the. They're all.
They're all important, okay.
The best thing about this card is that it can't be really destroyed, because if it gets destroyed, you can just search another one.
Okay.
So you can. It doesn't happen.
Your
It
opponent is
doesn't
not
help
going to
your
like
opponent.
this card,
Yeah.
is what you're saying.
Yeah. And also it helps if you have a lot of monsters in your hand, you can shuffle them back and draw the same amount of cards. And also
It goes on and on. But
Yeah.
wait, there's more.
each turn you can add a banished Cosmo card, a Cosmo monster to your hand.
Okay.
So you gain advantage every
So
turn.
basically you can recycle them. If it gets destroyed, you can just get a new one instead. And if you have a handful of monsters, you can also trade in that hand for a fresh hand.
Yeah.
That seems to give the deck a lot of consistency, in my opinion. Or is that an overstatement?
Yeah, I think it would be more consistent if you have even more Cosmo cards. Like at the moment you have to play cards like Upset Goblin to make it consistent
Yeah,
enough.
to thin it out, yeah.
This helps a lot.
Okay. And since you mentioned that this is like a filler at the moment, this deck is going to become even stronger in the future when there are going to be more Cosmo cards, right?
I think so.
You think so? Okay. Right. What else do we have here? We see an Honest. That makes sense with all those light monsters.
Yeah, especially for her effect, because she needs to deal damage.
Right.
He's also very important because he can't be targeted. Like he's the boss monster of the deck, and when he dies, you get a smaller Cosmo monster from your deck. And he has a built-in MST. Like when he hits the field, you just
Destroy
do a
something.
spell trap.
All of that sounds really good. So I'm kind of wondering, what is the deck still missing in your opinion?
More Cosmo monsters.
Okay.
And
or are they not
your
like powerful enough
Chiroghetto.
on their own or something?
Yeah, but it just for consistency issues.
Okay.
And the playstyle of this deck, it reminds me a little bit of Chaos Dragon, which I liked a lot. Because like when one monster dies, you just get another one. Like
Right.
Light
Right.
Pulsar
You
or
always
whatever.
have something to do.
Yeah. Maxi is also just to draw cards.
Right.
And in this meta game, you can play Maxi. It's always at least an Upset Goblin. Rakiki and Darkhole and such cards help to make Farm Girl direct attacks.
Yep.
Same goes for Ring of Destruction, Torrential Tribute, and all the traps. I think they're.
What about this card? This is a mystery card.
Yeah, I still haven't got all the cards yet.
Okay. What are your options for this slot?
I will probably play more traps. Maybe Mirror Force. I don't know yet.
Okay.
Just more
And Mirror
traps.
Force, a lot of decks no longer play Mirror Force. Is that going to be like an advantage for you that you can catch them off guard when somebody's like, nobody's playing Mirror Force and then they just attack into it?
I think it's good to run a huge variety of cards, like different cards, because
he can never tell what you have set.
Yeah, most decks who run a few decks maybe just play 3 breakthrough skills, and then set card is breakthrough skill or a bluff.
Right.
And here it can be anything.
It can be 1 of 10, yeah. All right. So you can often say, "Fool, you activated my trap card." All right. Luke looked over this list and he says, "Please, please, please say something about this card. What's about the Retaliating Sea that is so good in your opinion?"
It's a card for the side deck. When your opponent activates a spell card that includes special summoning a monster, like Shadow Fusion, and ritual spells are the most important, you can special summon it. As long as it's on the field, the cards will get removed instead to the graveyard.
So like a macrocosmos, basically?
Yeah, so it's huge against Shadow because they fusion and they won't get their effects.
Because all the fusion materials end up banished instead of in the graveyard, right?
And also against Necros is also an advantage. But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. Okay, yes. You got my interest.
When it dies, you can search a maxi from your deck to your hand, and so it's just 3+.
Why is this card not good enough for the main deck?
Because there are other decks than Shadow and Necros, and you need your opponent to have a spell card that activates, that includes special summoning a monster.
Right. So it's basically a dead card against certain
Ritual
decks.
Beast or Satella Knight, or
and not doing much against Burning Abyss, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But against certain decks, it's really, really powerful.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we're going to see more players playing that deck or that card. Anything else? What do we have here? That's
Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit.
And what do you think about that? It's also a side deck card, right?
Yeah, it's also a side deck card. Some Kozmo player would main it because you can also get it with Emergency Teleporter. It's a tuner, so for synchro plays.
Mm-hmm.
But it's against Clifford. Its main purpose.
All right,
so
right.
if they, like, I decided to play a version which has a bad Clifford matchup, so I put something in the side.
Because you don't expect that much Clifford.
I expect them, but you just can't beat Necrots and you have to.
Yeah, you have to
I
decide.
expect more Necrots than Clifford, so
all right.
I put this in the side deck.
What is your expectation with this deck?
For me, I expect to have fun.
You expect to have fun.
Yeah.
But what's a reasonable result for you? If you end up like on, is 7-2 realistic in your opinion, or is it more going to be like a 4-4?
I hope to, and I think I can reach day 2.
Okay.
And I don't know. This time I'm not so much prepared, so like I'm usual.
What about you? Got years of experience. Yeah. So basically, we got your goal is to have fun, and at the same time, your opponents not have that much fun when they go up against this very interesting deck. Thank you so much for running us through it, Peter,
You're welcome.
and best of luck this weekend.
Okay, thanks.